So in my last video, I walked y'all through how to set up a QuickBooks completely from scratch. Also in that last video, I mentioned that I would be doing a completely separate video on how to set up payroll. And that is what I'm going to be doing this video. When you get into your QuickBooks, it'll bring you to the dashboard screen. And in our setup checklist is set up payroll. So we're going to click on that this time and click get started. So the first question it's asked is, have you paid employees in 2023? So if you are a brand new company and you've never run payroll before, the answer would be no. But if you have ran payroll before and you're switching to QuickBooks, the answer would be yes. When you click no, it just moves you on to the next prompt. If you were to click yes, you would then have to enter in any prior payroll information to QuickBooks. That way it knows at the end of the year to add the prior payroll information to the payroll that it ran, so it can produce the correct W-2s and all the end of year forms. For the sake of this example, I'm going to select no. So then it's going to ask me what my first payday is. I want my first payroll. You can select any date for your next payroll. I'm going to leave it as the date selected and hit next. So then it's going to ask you what the primary work location is. This will be the address of your business. The next question it asks is who your payroll contact is. So you want to make sure your payroll contact is an owner in the business. And that way, they get all the important payroll information. So then it brings me to the next question of how did you run your last payroll? And we clicked no earlier. So I'm going to say I've never run payroll, but if you have run payroll, this is where you could select. You could select how you ran payroll in the past. It then brings you to the screen where you can add your employees. And you would click add employee, and you would enter in their first name and last name and their email. So if you enter in their email address and you click the box that says allow employee to enter their tax and banking into Workforce, this will send them an email and they can input all of their W-4 information and their direct deposit information. If you would rather do that all yourself, you would have them fill out a W-4 and give you the direct deposit information, and you could enter that themselves. For ease, we recommend that you send them an email and let your employee fill it out for you. You also want to enter in their hire date, whatever that date may be. So I'm going to put today's date. Once you have added an employee, it will bring you to the employee's details screen. It'll tell you what their personal information is, their employment information, what their tax withholding is, what their payment method is, pay types, deductions, and emergency contacts. The one thing you are going to want to change is the pay types. Pay types is where you would tell QuickBooks whether this employee is an hourly or salary employee and what that hourly rate or that salary rate may be. You can also tell QuickBooks how many hours they work a day and how many days they work a week. If your employee is subject to any other pay types, you can select these boxes as well. So if you have an employee who works overtime and they get paid overtime, you can select overtime. Or if you have an employee that gets paid commission, you can also select commission. The next step would be to select any time off policies your employee may have. But you would to add these time off policies, you would select add time off policy and then enter in the information regarding this time off policy. There's also places to enter in unpaid time off policies, sick pay, and vacation pay as well. Once you have all your pay types entered, you would click Save. So going back to the employee detail page, whatever you put your pay type at will appear in this pay type box. If you were to send your employee the direct deposit information, this payment method would then be filled out with their information. If you have to input that yourself, you would hit Start, and you would tell QuickBooks we're going to pay with direct deposit to one account, or you can deposit to multiple accounts, and you would select whether it's a checking or a savings account, and then input the routing and account number for that account or multiple accounts. If you want to pay into more than one account, you can select how much can go into each account based off of an amount or a percentage. Once you are done with this employee, you can click Done. It will then bring you to the screen of who have you added so far, and if you need to add any other employees, you can add them here. If this is all your employees that you need, you can click Done and continue. So then it brings you to the payroll screen. The payroll has its own setup tasks. So as you can see, we've already set up payday and we've already entered the business info.